forecast.
Warm and certainly humid, but the temperature is really not as bad as you would expect them to be this time of year, all because of the cloud cover and rain that has worked across the area. Now, if you did have some sunshine, saw those temperatures climb up to the upper 80s, and we should be there again tomorrow. Just about every location has at least seen a drop or two, and just about decent coverage across the entire viewing area. Temperatures climbing to 89 in Blountstown, 91 in Marianna, and 82 in DeFuniak Springs. So areas that saw the sunshine getting a little bit warmer versus the areas that have been shrouded in cloud cover for the majority of the day. Panama City being one of those, with only about a quarter of an inch or a little over a quarter of an inch rain there. So where it rains, it pours. You can see the heavier downpours certainly adding up to quite a bit of rain. Now that we're losing the heating of the day, we are losing the instability and the shower and thunderstorm activity as well. But you keep a close eye. You can see a broad cyclonic spin right over the top of us. And this disturbed weather here is all part of what could eventually work down to the surface. If you've been following along on social media with some hypologists that's out there, they're likely already scared you about it. But it's unlikely we're talking about much in the way of tropical development, and even if we do, probably just a rainmaker. We'll have more on that in a second. Pollen count on the low side today as the air quality with the rain helping to wash things out. UV index back up to the very high category, so have the sunscreen with you if you are tomorrow, but we should see at least a decent bit of cloud cover once again helping to reduce that UV. Late tonight into the early morning hours, we'll see the land breeze activity blossoming once again, and then we should see that translate with the sea breeze inland. That'll help to get these pop-up showers and storms to work across the area, quite rather widespread again for your Tuesday, very similar to what we had on Monday. And then into Wednesday morning, we'll see again the land breeze activity helping to create that shower and thunderstorm activity near the coast, and then working inland into the afternoon. That trough starts to press off to the south, and so by the time we get to Thursday, we're actually going to reduce our rain chances, but that's where our attention will turn to that little yellow blob you see there off to our south. Flossie, that's hurricane or tropical storm Flossie, almost hurricane, working across the eastern Pacific, and likely another tropical development there. And for us, just a very low chance at some kind of tropical or subtropical. A lot of the modeling today actually favoring something trying to develop in the Atlantic versus on the Gulf side. But with high pressure in control here and high pressure developing here, if we do get a system that somewhat organizes, it may hang out there for a while and then even try to bounce back and forth across the peninsula. As you see that disturbed weather hanging out to our south, works to the Atlantic side. The Euro says, yeah, it's going to develop on that side and then try to work back toward the Florida coast. But in this case, the Euro actually pulls it out to sea and dissipates it. The GFS, the opposite solution, has a little weak low develop off to our south and then move off to the west across the Gulf. Either way, we're just talking about a rainmaker for us and not much issues, and the rest of the Atlantic still being held quiet thanks to Saharan dust and a lot of wind shear out there. We like it that way.
We will take that, that's for sure. All right, thanks, Ross.